Jackie on Basketball Wives. We've got the answer. It seems like Venus Williams needs health care just like the rest of us. We're going to explain that. Obama says, also, if you do this, you're a child.
And tonight, our friend, radio host, and TV personality, co-host of the Streets Morning Takeover, Mz Shyneka's back again.
Yes, I'm here and ready to have some Friday night fun.
Let's go. Welcome to Side Dish.
The world is yours. Sky's the limit.
Hey, man, welcome back, man. And here at Side Dish, we're more than an appetizer when it comes to pop culture and fun. We are the whole meal. Get a bib, an apron, whatever you need to do to protect yourself.
Belly up to the table, folks. Mz Shyneka, how you doing tonight?
I am very well. I mean, this has been a real crazy week, but considering I'm doing good. This retrograde will not take me out.
It's retrograde right now?
Yes, it is, until August the 11th.
Okay.
So hold on by the seat of your pants.
Yeah, like I spent a lot of money like bubble wrapping people just to
Yes.
make sure
Right?
everybody's okay.
Yeah, oh
because
my
like
gosh.
it's been so random. the
Yes.
bingo cards.
Yes,
that
it
we've been getting
has.
lately.
And so retrograde is the time that we process things that we may have done in a bad way that maybe we should do in a good way. It's like the period. Renew, redo, re-everything, right? So it's a thinking period and it's a purging period. So some friendships are gonna break up. Some exes will probably try to get back in your healing journey. And you have to get them up out of there. And then it's a time where you aren't supposed to do big deals, negotiate deals or sign contracts or like leases or anything because they're saying that you will regret a big decision at this time.
Man, Mz Shyneka, I needed
started a while back.
I needed like happy news. It is 48-hour Friday.
There's that, right?
Yeah.
We're in the second half of
Friday.
that. You know, second half, 48-hour Friday. We love that. So take that as the good news you needed for right now, all right? Well, it's time for some Feed Me. And in recent weeks, Japan has seen an increase in bear attacks.
Rawr.
So to prepare their citizens, bear drills are being conducted. Take a look at this.
Yo, what?
Wait a minute.
Oh, wow.
Hold
That's
up.
not a real bear. Oh.
That bear.
Oh, they just fake shot that fake bear.
It's like a bear monkey, like it was
Yeah.
moving like a monkey.
Ozempic bear.
Not Ozempic bear. Are they poking the bear? They're poking the bear?
Don't poke the bear.
Everybody knows you don't poke the bear.
They're going to be in for a rude awakening when they come across a real bear.
Oh, wow.
Man, do you think they got furries over there?
Oh, in Japan?
Why didn't they get like a bear furry? Because you know sometimes those costumes are
Pretty elaborate.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would say. Have you ever seen a bear like in the wild?
No.
What about you?
I don't want to.
I'm trying to think if I've seen a bear in the wild. I don't think I have, because I've been outdoors in some territories where you needed to look out for bear, but I don't think I've ever seen one in the wild, not up close. Maybe across like a ridge or something.
Got you. Yeah, I've never seen one, but I would be terrified because
Me too.
Because I have people who go camping and hiking and all that
Right.
stuff, and they'd be like, if you ever see a bear and omit the name of the bear in front of it because it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, because I'm not gonna remember. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that really a black bear?
Black,
they say
brown.
you're supposed to hold your backpack over your head to make the bear think you taller than it,
What?
and then it falls back. But
Well, that would not work for me because even with something, I'm still 5'1".
You're still bite-sized
Yeah, I'm
with
still
your back above your
bite-sized,
head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they tell people those stories so that like in your moments right before you go, you're like, oh no! And then, so you feel good. Like it's kind of like on the airplane where they're like, put your head between your legs, and they're like, nah, that ain't gonna do nothing.
yeah, not at all.
wow.
It'll just make you a neater package when they find
Right,
you.
when they find you later.
I don't even want to talk about that. I almost got put off a plane because
doing
of
what?
that.
What'd you do?
Because I sat in that space where you have to help other people. They tell you that
Oh,
you
they're
have to
like,
help other
do you
people.
feel qualified to help
And then
you?
they asked me if I would help other people, and I was like, no. And they were like, ma'am.
Oh, you were in the
you
exit
have to-"
row.
Yeah, I was in the exit row. And I was like, but why would I have to help? I'm trying to help myself. Why would I help other people?
But that
and
was one of those
so
times
it was
where you
about
could-
to be a thing. Eva actually booked the seat for me.
Okay.
And I guess she didn't know what seat, or maybe her assistant did. I don't know. But what happened was I was about to get pulled off the plane.
Was that your first time flying an exit row?
Yes. And so Eva and her husband at the time, they were like, just say yes, Shy. I'm like, but why? I don't want to help you.
You're a good person because
Yeah.
everyone lies. Like,
Yes.
could be all form goes to crap when things hit the fan.
It was a surprise. Would I help save these people? I don't even know these people.
I feel like it's open to interpretation, though, because will I help them? Yes, by being the first person to open that door and get out of the way.
Right.
When something goes down. They will not have to get by me. I will be gone, and they can come. I'm helping everybody.
You did your job.
I did my job.
There's
All
been
right,
times where
sorry.
I've looked around and
Sorry,
been
we
like, I'd
swerved.
save some of these people. Not all.
Just kicking some of them back in. Get back in there.
You sit down. It's not your turn.
Sit down.
You're the row behind mine. All right, then listen, man. It was the basketball wives slap heard around the net. So Christie has released a statement following this viral physical altercation with her mom, Jackie Christie, on the show.
Now, don't touch me. Don't let me go.
Power Slap Championships. Well, Chantel has released a lengthy statement, and we're going to share a bit of what she said.
All right.
You hit her with it?
Yes. She said, I'll start by saying, if you've never dealt with a toxic mother, then you truly have no idea what it feels like. As painful as it's been to watch these moments of my life play out on TV, I know my younger self is proud of the woman who finally stood up for herself. I've always been misunderstood, and this chapter of my life is no different, but I will answer to God, not imperfect strangers who've never walked a step in my shoes. I will keep my head up and my peace in focus as I continue to grow as a mother, a wife, and a woman.
That is the statement you make when you lost a fight.
But not against your mother. Like, it was literally
That's the
no
tough part.
remorse.
It's like.
Yeah, I slapped that bitch. That's what she said. That's your mama, girl.
Yeah.
But the mama slapped back harder.
Yeah.
No, well, she pushed her mom, right?
Yeah.
And the mom, like, slapped her or whatever. Like, you know, they edit things, so we don't know
Sure.
how far this incident went, if the mama ended up stomping her out or whatever. But you could clearly see throughout the season that this girl wanted her mom to be in it, like, she kept provoking her. Like, the whole, and then finally she got what was due to her.
She poked the cheetah.
It's so messed up because it's like, what did she say at the top of the letter? If you've ever had a
toxic mother.
A toxic mother.
Yeah.
And like those bonds, toxic bonds are no joke.
They aren't.
They are very, very tight, and those patterns repeat.
Yeah, but why would you put your daughter on this show that hates you? You know, I felt like the girl main objective to get on this season was to show people that her mother sucks, that she was a bad mother to her. So I think that she basically proved, or she did what she set out to do. But now everybody hates her and nobody wants her to be on TV again.
Jackie?
The daughter. The daughter.
Oh, the daughter? So that backfired.
Chantel.
Yeah,
So what
because
she's
even the
trying to-
people that Jackie has disagreements with on the show, they're like, you know, I don't always agree with Jackie, but, you know, as a child, you don't do that to your mother. Like, people feel bad for Jackie.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you shove your father in a moment of aggression.
Right.
Like, there's probably about to be a fist fight. Like,
Oh,
depending
yeah.
on especially if it's a toxic upbringing.
Right.
You know, it's not gonna look good at all.
If Marvin Gaye didn't teach you anything, it's keep your hands to yourself.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Because he put his hands on his pops.
Yeah.
His pops like, I'll be right back.
And the
Yeah,
fact
yeah.
that she keeps saying, I'm gonna call my dad, I'm gonna call my dad, and you're about to get a divorce, like it's something deep rooted going on in the household. And I'm mad that they're not even doing a reunion for this season, because this needs a reunion.
It really does. Every now and then something happens where I feel like it should bring Iyanla Vanzant out of retirement.
Right.
Just to try to fix a broken family dynamic. And I feel like this is one of them.
You know I was
Not
on
as
that
serious
show.
as some of the other. You was on Iyanla?
Yeah, she fixed my life.
What was wrong?
Yeah.
Everything, relationship, mother stuff, job stuff, all the stuff.
Do you get to do follow-up call consults?
Well, so it was really, I've seen her twice, just recently last year about this time. But yeah, she follows up, and I have a life coach, Coach Latanya, that follows up. She was one of the coaches on set. But yeah, it was about, I guess, successful women that had a hard time getting in successful relationships.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I would imagine that was something that you had to put in the work.
Yeah.
Put in that self-work to get in the right
Oh
headspace.
yeah, but it started from
spiritually.
childhood, so that was her point. And her point, like, because we were all geared up to go in and be like, oh, it's the man's fault, the man did this. And so she was like, no, baby, it is your fault.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's what I feel like needs to happen here with Chantel and Jackie is
Yeah.
like, you can't work out your differences and your traumatic past on reality TV in a format like this. Like, you probably need to be separated to do that, like, deep self-analysis, figure out,
Right.
like, why am I like this, and what are the things that I'm holding on to that I have to let go one way or another.
Right.
I feel like conflicts are never properly resolved in rooms full of people. You know what I
No.
mean? It's usually closed door situations because it's kind of like when you have an audience. Back when you used to have fights in school.
Yeah.
People would talk crazy to the people because people are watching.
Yeah.
But in another situation, hey man, I'm sorry, man, that was an accident. I didn't mean to step on your foot.
Yeah,
But I'll step on your foot again. I don't care. You know, like,
100%,
because you have
absolutely.
an audience,
Yeah.
and reality TV plays that up to 1,000,000.
That fight or flight thing just like builds
Yeah.
and builds and builds, and you can't really flight in
Right.
a small room on reality TV.
Well.
Wow. Okay.
All right, y'all. So, 45-year-old Venus Williams just made history as the oldest woman to win a WTA match.
All right.
But making history isn't the only thing she came back to tennis to take. Take a listen.
I had to come back for the insurance because they informed me earlier this year I'm on Cobra. So I was like, I got to get my benefits on. Started training.
She's actually not lying about that because we talked about that about 6 years ago. So you're actually telling the truth. You know, insurance is hard.
Insurance, you guys know what it's like. And let me tell you, I'm always at the doctor. So I need this insurance.
Wow.
I know that's right.
I actually did this story the other day for Fox 5 here in
Oh,
Atlanta,
yeah.
and was just like trying to research it and trying to add some context for myself, because like when you think about Venus Williams, like, and you look at like her professional earnings. So professional earnings, they estimate to be a little over $40 million.
Oh, wow.
And then they estimate like the endorsements and other deals and things that you've amassed on the other side to be almost the exact same. Now, we also know that the internet can get anyone's net worth
Right.
way
Real
wrong.
creative.
Way wrong.
way wrong. But you think about her as a very successful professional athlete.
Of course.
She evidently has some sort of autoimmune disease
Okay.
that brings her into the doctor very
All right.
regularly. And she's also dealt with like very significant fibroid issues
Okay.
that has caused very significant pain. And so as much as you might at first thought, I'm like, oh, well, if you're worth $80 million, like, why are we worried about Cobra Insurance?
Right.
But then the flip side of it is she might be in the doctor every
A lot.
week, every other week. you
Yeah.
know?
And even being worth $80 million.
So she qualifies for Cobra?
I mean, because Cobra is what you get when you don't, like, say you work at a place and they provide insurance. And
Yeah.
you buy into that. Cobra is for people who are outside of a network, outside of a place where you
Okay.
get coverage.
Got
so it's
it.
like independent coverage.
All right.
So the prices are always going to be inflated. You don't always get access to the best doctors. And when you have some of the issues that Tana discussed, you're going to need some of the best people that know what they're doing. And having to pay that stuff out of pocket, because I don't know if you ever look at an itemized bill.
Oh, no, it's
oh my
ridiculous.
God. They make you feel good about the still ridiculous amount you got to
Yeah.
pay. It's like, yo,
Yeah.
we're about to charge you $40,000,
Yeah.
but your
Right.
insurance covered $38,000.
Yeah.
So you just got to pay $2,000. And
Okay.
okay, that's not bad.
It's not that bad, yeah.
Okay.
So what kind of health coverage do they have here?
So SAG-AFTRA.
That union insurance is not bad. You know what I'm saying? It is not bad.
Legit. They cover everything except life insurance.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Because, we just be dying.
that's right. Yeah.
At a rapid rate, as this month has shown.
Oh my God.
At a rapid
Jeez.
rate.
Rapid
So
rate.
crazy. But also, here's my hope is like she has said in another interview that she hopes that Venus comes back out. And so Serena's got 7, what are they called? World singles, World Grand Slam singles or whatever. I forget what the tennis championship is. And then her and Serena together, Venus and Serena, have 14 doubles.
Oh, wow.
And I would love nothing more
Yes.
than those sisters to come back and just like wreck shop for another year or two in their
Yes.
40s.
I would love that. So let me talk about Serena. Serena is like morphing into a white woman. Have y'all seen her lately? She's been getting like really fit, but it looks like her skin is.
She showed off her abs.
Like she's really small, like she's
Yeah.
lean. And as someone that's getting older, yes, health is wealth, but the skin is like changing, and it's a
So I
lot
remember
going
there was
on
a
there.
situation about maybe 8 months ago where they took a picture of her in a situation where she looked a lot lighter than we were used to seeing
It
her.
was.
People thought
She was bleaching.
Yeah, some bleach, Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
But then you found out, it was just the lighting in that scenario.
She was not the voluptuous Serena Williams that we are accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, the red beans and red rice missed her.
Oh, no.
she dropped down.
Baby ain't got back no more.
Right. All right. Well, moving on. Forever Prez. Barack Obama gave his opinion on one thing that he believes you shouldn't eat past the age of 8. This threw me for a curve.
Okay.
He's not talking about chicken strips. He's not talking about applesauce. He's talking about something else.
In my opinion, and this is controversial in my family, you should not eat ketchup after the age of 8.
Is that
Man,
all
I think
condiments
you-
or just ketchup?
No,
I
it's just
think you've
ketchup.
gone down in age on that one. You know, I
Just
think
said
every
10.
time you say it, you make it younger and younger.
I-
And pretty soon it'll be
Really?
like
And
a
I'm hoping
4-year-old.
we don't have a
You're
ketchup
5.
sponsor on this show.
You
And
Well, we won't now.
I have nothing
And we
against,
here at IMO have nothing against ketchup.
I have nothing against kids having ketchup on their burgers, ketchup for their fries, even which is hard for me to watch, ketchup on hot dogs. But at a certain point,
But
you
why
know,
so
you
young?
got to kind of outgrow it.
Why are you cutting the people off of ketchup so young, dude? That's what we take issue with.
That's the proof they needed to say he ain't from here.
You know,
Oh, wow. That's the Hussein
I'm
part?
glad he never said this when he was campaigning for office because I probably wouldn't have voted for him.
He would have made it.
He would have made it because we don't share that common thing. You're proving to me that you're not.
Yo, you
One
ever
of
been
us-
to Cookout?
Yes.
Have you ever been?
Yes.
Oh my God,
If
no one's
somebody
giving
says
you more
Cookout.
food for $5.99.
Oh, that's a
right
fact.
there, right?
That's a fact.
So I got their burger, the huge. It's not on the menu. You got to ask for it.
Okay.
It's a secret menu item. I had to put ketchup on the burger, and I was thinking about what our former president was saying, and it was just like, yo, man, you ain't right about everything.
I love ketchup so much. I went to Chick-fil-A and I had the what's the breakfast
The little chicken
hash
wings.
browns.
Oh,
yeah.
browns, okay.
So I was like, I literally had it in my lap, and so my clothes that I wore up here, like you can see the ketchups. I love ketchup. I was dipping and. Why are you saying we're too old for ketchup? That's crazy. Barack.
Let me just like let me tell you devil's snack advocate
No.
here for just a
No.
second. What about tomatoes is still in ketchup? Can we agree? Like ketchup doesn't have any tomato left in it. It's not like mustard. The flavor of mustard is very much the flavor of like mustards, little mustard seeds. It's like that's its own different kind of like little thing.
I question if there's still actual mustard seeds in mustard. 'cause
Probably not.
Nothing is
No.
what it was.
But you can
20,
get that
30
Grey
years ago.
Poupon and it feels like a little sandy and it feels like maybe they're in there.
Yeah.
But ketchup is some highly processed stuff.
It's mad sugary. You're
Right.
right.
It is, but it makes your food better.
Like my nieces and nephews, I've seen them take French fries and use them as spoons just to get the ketchup. They never bite the fry. They just spoon the ketchup.
It's like
into
the
their
ketchup
mouth.
is
Well,
the meal, the fry is the
there are
utensil.
two different tomato tastes that are going on. It's the tomato that's on the burger and then the ketchup.
You need them both.
I like
need
the
them
sli-
both.
I don't
For a
like
good
ketchup. I don't do
experience.
ketchup. I to be real honest with you, I almost never eat ketchup. I will have ketchup with tots. I don't know why.
I'm telling you.
I don't know why it's
They're
okay
the
with
perfect
tots.
size. All right, so there are some fries where you can just smash them with no
Right,
condiments on it
right.
whatsoever. However, them little Nathan's fries, them little crinkly cut situations that come with the
I've
red
never
fork,
had Nathan's
you can't
fries.
just eat them loose. Them fries they're the right width.
Oh, the crinkle cut style?
Yeah, they're the right. Them Nathan's fries are the right width to be dipped into a little
The
bucket.
thing
of
is, like, the
ketchup.
more stuffing, the healthier, the thicker a fry gets. The more you need something to lubricate the scenario as you're chewing. Right. And
Right.
so it's like a little thin, scrawny fry, not so much. But
Barack,
them thick fries.
stop it.
Y'all with the prez on this? You let us know
No.
in the chat.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, but after the break, Fat Joe has an addiction you won't believe and did a lip blister stop someone from getting with Rihanna. All that and so much more in 2 minutes.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first-round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text to emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love your mind.
Welcome back. Now, during the podcast crossover episode of Drink Champs and Joe and Jada, Fat Joe admitted to having a serious addiction that he doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon. Take a look.
I'm not a doctor. I don't give a f. I drink too many Diet Pepsi.
A lot.
I got a problem. 30, 40 a day.
What?
Let me tell you something. If I went to the doctor, God forbid, and they told me, yo, you have a problem due to Diet Pepsi, I got to take the on the chin. I got to just be like, I knew I was just doing too much with them Diet Pepsi.
Are you going to hit one when you leave the doctor?
I'm drinking it now immediately. Imagine you in jail, you can't have nothing else, but Diet Pepsi's illegal. Holy. That's like you a cigarette, but then I had Diet Pepsi every sip. Oh yeah. Just throwing them shit down from all type of angles. The Cubans had them. Everything. I had Diet Pepsi.
And that's why he's Fat Joe.
That's
Oh,
why.
wow.
Yeah.
They trick you because they make you think because it's diet that it's actually not harming you, but it's harmful. I used to drink Coca-Cola every day.
Really?
And guess what I got?
Diabetes?
My gallbladder out.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it was directly
Surprise,
linked?
surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just one of the ways I was messing my body up because I started feeling, allegedly, I started feeling pain after I would drink it for like 2 days and I would get pain. So then I kind of stopped, I went cold turkey, like not drinking them. And then I started back and then the pain came back. So yeah, it had a lot to do with Coca-Cola every day, allegedly.
I'm just thinking, if that's a minimum of 2 Diet Pepsis an hour, but when you roll it back to like how many hours is somebody awake? Like what, 18 hours? Would that be a nice average? You're awake 18 hours?
That's a fair assessment.
That's like 3, is that like 3 an hour?
Possibly. And are we
That's
talking
a little
about,
over 2 an hour?
Are we talking about the skinny cans?
Yeah,
too?
what's he doing?
Because there's levels to this.
Yeah,
You
it is.
can get the little
babies.
fun-sized cans that they make,
I
or
don't
you
think
could
he
be
was
talking
talking about
16 ounce.
He wasn't talking about the babies.
No, he's doing the real cans. The other thing is like, I do like that he's moving that much fluid. If he exchanged 1 out of 4 for just like some regular water or some soda water, he'd probably get so much healthier.
No, but here's the thing. He never said anything about water. Like, I don't think water was a part of it.
Yeah, because like you don't drink a.
So,
I
like-
never seen nobody drink a Pepsi and chase it with a water.
That's what I'm
usually
saying.
full off the Pepsi.
He's probably not drinking any water.
Right, his pee was definitely yellow and probably stink. Yeah, I can imagine.
Come on, Fat Joe.
Damn,
Come
Joey.
on, Fat Joe.
Come on.
Get it together.
Like, if there was something
LaCroix
that
here and
would
there.
get outlawed or banned that would drive you up the wall if you couldn't eat it or drink it no more, what would that be?
Oh.
I could not eat
Because for me, it's pizza. Like, that is the first word I knew how to spell as a human being, being alive, and it's my favorite food. I love it so much with my whole heart.
Oh, we're twins.
I would legitimately have some struggles, and this is bad because I know these aren't good either. I'm an energy drink person. Okay. I had 2 today.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
But you also wake up at like 4.
I do wake up really early.
Okay.
But even then,
Me too,
it should
but-
be coffee or something, but it's like drinking a gallon of coffee would not be good for you.
You ever thought about like B12 or something?
Like as a pill or like
yeah,
a shot?
I mean pill, shot.
I don't know. I don't know if that'll do it for
The B12 IV, where they
on
run it through your joints, man.
Yeah.
is
You
like-
get juiced up.
Really?
No, you get juiced up with the
with the energy drinks? Oh yeah, I get juiced way up and then I crash down and I take a nap.
Oh wow,
thing,
we
yeah.
need to talk later.
No,
Yeah, no.
Don't make
yeah,
me regret my energy drinks.
Please, yes.
But that retrograde.
Retrograde, dang.
I mean, but Fat Joe has been called Cap Joe in the past for the random DuckTales that he has seemed to tell. Because I remember he told a story like once, I went and robbed everybody in the gym. By myself.
Really?
Yeah, they even
You
had
guys-
animation to go
Come on
with it. He
now.
just
I'm
said
not
something.
gonna get started on Fat Joe because
Because what?
Well, tell us a story.
Because what, Mz Shyneka?
Because I got a Fat Joe story, but it's a real Fat Joe story, though.
Okay.
Go with yours.
Okay.
All right.
So we were interviewing him, and I used to have a really bad expensive purse obsession. Like
Okay.
I used to be like, on the list for like bags dropping at Louis Vuitton. And so there's an event planner. Her name's Hannah Kang, and he was telling us about
I
his.
know her.
Yeah.
She's big here in Atlanta
Yeah,
for context.
she's huge,
Yeah.
yes. And so she throws the most elaborate parties, so she can afford what she can afford. So he was saying, me and Hannah had like a little bag contest going on. And then he said that his wife was also in the bag contest. And so we were just talking, and all of a sudden he tells me that T.I. has a large penis. And I was just like,
Why do you know that?
Wait, I swear, and Tip is somebody that I grew up with, and I was just like, sir, why would you just tell me that? He was like, well, there's, that's what the women keep saying. I was like, what does this have to do with bags?
What's this got to do with Louis
something
Vuitton?
that I wanted to clean my ears out and
What's
not
this
know.
got to do with Coco Chanel?
But that is the first man to ever tell me about another man's anatomy, and I will never forget him because of that.
Maybe that's why they call him Tip.
I knew that was coming. I knew we were gonna get there. I'm glad we did.
Communicating.
Give me a,
What did you say back?
I was like, sir, I didn't want to know that.
Yeah.
I said, he's like a brother to me. He's like, well, they telling me. Every time I turn around, somebody's telling me. I'm like,
You know what I have never done in my entire life?
What?
And you'll never, ever hear me do?
What?
Is be like, hey, girl, my buddy, my bro over here is this guy I know. I ain't seen it. I don't know.
I
But
haven't
I've
seen it for
heard
myself.
The rumors.
What? The rumors, yeah. I mean, I Googled it. No, what? Come on.
Yeah.
That's
My
wild.
story ain't even as cool as yours, Sip.
Yeah, wait, what's your real story?
I watched Fat Joe smack somebody in the lobby of a hotel in Miami. I was in 11th grade. I wasn't even supposed to be there. I told my aunt I was staying at my friend's house and going to school for there for the week. And I was like, oh, swag, like that happened in real time. And I'm like,
he just walked up to the person?
yo, this dude with like braids, like walked in and like shoulder checked Fat Joe. And he said, yo, what the F's wrong with you? Grabbed him by his shirt and smacked. Smacked him like Jackie Christie smacked her daughter. But it was a man. And like, yo, man, like, and in my head, because 11th grade imagination, coins fell out of his pocket. Like,
He's just been defeated.
Yeah. And then I was like, I told my homie, stop looking, we might be next.
Wow.
Your story is so much cooler. Thanks for that.
Yours is gonna make the blogs.
Yeah. Maybe he had just seen T.I. and he was like, oh. Upset already.
I'll never measure up.
Wow.
Thanks, Tip.
Yeah.
All right, so Tyrese's ex-wife Samantha Lee shares her opinion on why she thinks men stop pursuing women. Check it out.
I do understand why that has died down because of, I think women, when you post them in, you're trying to embarrass them for being pursuing or being intentional and try to call them names. I do think that has made more men step back and not do it or put themselves out there. But I still think that's wildly attractive. So I love that lion energy. I love the lion energy. And I think that's the role I feel like men should play in that process. But when it comes to relationship, obviously it's about being a good team. I think we make it harder than what it is, but it's about being a good team.
What part was it she doesn't like?
The fact that guys don't pursue. They're more so in the space of wanting to be pursued. And I have my theories.
Yeah,
on how
the
we got
guys
there, but what
are
do you think?
the bad bitches now. I mean, the guys are, you know, knowing their worth. They're they're the prize. And there are a lot of desperate women out here that probably make them feel that way. And so the women that want to be pursued kind of like get left hanging because there's no fighting it, I guess, for them to, you know, feel like they are desired or what have you. It's like women are kind of doing that for themselves.
What she said is a very Atlanta response because I feel like that is reflective of the energy in Atlanta because guys have way more options.
Right.
But I don't think that same narrative holds the same in some other cities. You know?
It's also like I read this. I'm about to get in trouble. I saw a quote today online that said women won't start reflecting on their own lives until men stop buying them drinks. Like you have, like once they get old enough where you're not getting free drinks in the club anymore, then things aren't right and men aren't pursuing women, and it's just because maybe that very external layer has just finally like reached that point where they're looking elsewhere. And I'm not saying that's 100% what's going on, but anytime I hear someone talk about like men aren't pursuing, I feel like I immediately want to turn around and be like, well, who are the men that you're interacting with that you don't feel like you're getting pursued? Like, what is your part in this? Where are you going? Because like, I don't know. All I know from the guys that I hang out with is like guys shooting their shots at girls and taking them out on dinners. Like, I'm not out here buying girls bags and stuff like that all left and right. But that is all that I know.
But so when they say pursue, that means that we're doing more than just talking on the phone or texting. You're actually saying, hey, do you want to do this activity? Or, hey, do you have plans Saturday night? I want to take you this place and that place. Like, women don't feel pursued. And most women it feels like they're dragging. I talk to a lot of my single friends. Like, we're dragging these men along, like
Shyneka,
coming
this is what
up
I would
with
say.
the dates.
I will jump right in there, and because I bet anything is some version of this. I think social media has warped what we feel like our options are.
Okay.
It's so easy for a guy to be like, hey girl, hey, what's up? Oh, you're so hot, fire emoji, like whatever. And so I feel like a lot of women online are inundated with this kind of attention. Maybe it's not in your primary, it could be in your general or your hidden inbox.
Right.
But some guy out there is shooting his shot. Now that's probably some sort of low effort
thing. But they don't want these guys.
But what I think happens is like, oh, I could have any of these 100 men in my Instagram DMs. And so we get maybe perhaps too selective. And so when the nice guy's like, hey, I'd like to take you for dinner this Saturday night, he doesn't quite check. He doesn't check 6 out of the 10 boxes, so that's an immediate no. Or 9 out of 10. I'm only looking for my 10 out of 10. I feel like people are less likely to.
Well, women, let's start giving men a fair shot. It might not be on your top 10 or your top 6 list, but give men a shot, and maybe those men will surprise them. And these men that are considered the prize, you know, they can just date one another.
Well, if women would listen to your leadership, I think there could be possibly a shift because, like you said, something in the middle of what Tanner was saying is like, but I'm not into those guys because, like, he did address the fact that there were people like, you know, waiting in the DM waiting pool. And you're watching them drown in that waiting pool because they're not the ones you're into. So I think when pride, men are very pride driven.
Of course.
Afraid of rejection. Also in this Me Too era that we fell into a few years back, you know, you don't want to shoot your shot at the risk of getting put out on front street. Because sometimes you don't run no different routes other than the routes you run. So like you might only meet people in the building you work in or the office that you at. And you don't want to risk your livelihood on that. And then also the economics of it all. It is expensive to go outside.
Let me tell you.
I bought a Snickers bar yesterday. It was 2 of them. And it was like a 2-pack. So I guess they call it the shareable one. I got that, and I also got some pretzels that were filled with peanut butter. Reese's made them. I got them at Racetrack. How much did that cost?
I don't know.
$20.
It felt like it.
Yeah.
$7. Do you remember when a Snickers bar was $1.50? Do you remember when a pack of pretzels with the peanut butter in it was $2.50?
I took a girl to dinner last night. We each had 1 entree. We split an order of fries and 1 cocktail. It was at a Mediterranean place, and they're always going to get you.
Did you roomies?
No, Ella over in Virginia Highlands. After tip, the bill was $200, and of course I paid for it, because that's what you do. I also want to say real quick, I also think men do the same thing women do, where it's like I can shoot my shot at 100 women, and so instead of like I'm focusing on this one over here who's probably not going to be interested no matter what I do. So I think it goes both ways anyhow. But yeah, it's expensive to feed. It's expensive to feed multiple mouths.
Did you go out to eat with Claudia?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I did not.
A lot of people in the chat wanted that to
A lot of people like.
I get shipped.
I was wondering because she was all up in your face.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know what.
All right, I'm sweating again.
Like we could build
There
a
we
whole
go.
high fidelity with all of the people that like the chat be trying to pair Tanner with. For
They
real,
ship me with. And
Moving right along.
Listen, pay attention to the streets. You might see me out there. Okay, moving on. Imagine taking Rihanna on a date and you fumbled her, okay? Check out Matt Leinart's story on his Throwbacks podcast of what popped up on his face with Riri.
Okay. And talk about protection. I took Rihanna on a date.
I didn't know you were going to say. Okay.
To Teddy's.
Whoa.
Was it Teddy's, right?
It was.
And do you want to hear the lead up to this date? I think it's like the third time. And this is like, it's either like all or nothing, dude. Like I already fumbled it away. Like it was just whatever. And I'm like, call Josh. I'm like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Like, can you help me get like sneak, like whatever the words
You need
were
some
back
back.
then.
You need
Hey,
your boy to
come in
help you
Come
out.
in the back door. Let me know when you're here.
Yeah.
We'll come get you, whatever. But the problem was I had this ginormous blister on my lip.
On your date with Matt.
Marsha Brady. I got the blister because I was in the sun. Like I would get these sun blisters, and I felt like when I used to be super fat when I was little, and
violent femmes.
and I'd be like afraid to take my shirt off at PE, and you know when you're so embarrassed, you're like, oh,
I've
please
been
don't
there,
look at
bro.
me.
I've been there. Trust
I was
me.
literally
I'm there today.
that day, I'll never forget. It was there, and then I don't know who in my world was like, dude, they're like, you're okay, bro. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. I'm like, no, I'm not.
You had a hype man
Dude,
for your
so
Rihanna
the
date?
whole time, and Teddy's was dark, so the whole time we're at a little table, dude, and I'm sitting across from her. Josh is her, and I'm just like, I couldn't make eye contact, dude. I'm like this. I'm like, yeah, what's up, what's up? Like I couldn't talk. It was
But you're playing. She probably thinks you're being aloof. This is great.
No.
He probably shot himself in the foot a little bit with not being able to maintain eye contact.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys who's?
So he, sorry, I said his name wrong. It's Matt Leinart. He's a former NFL quarterback.
Oh, okay, got it.
He could have been the receiver of some Rihanna action, but
Could have
you
been.
played it wrong. Like I'd have been like, yo, my great-great-grandmother died this week, and I can't go on the date. Let it go down. But
So his
depending on-
herpes popped out.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
if it's on the lip, there's a high percentage chance that you got it. There's a super high, but yeah, his herp popped out.
depending on
Talking about the wrong time.
Yeah, but you got one or two options here. You either say, "Hey, I'm so sorry, I'm real nauseous. Can we like move into next week?" Or the moment you sit down, you go, "This is so embarrassing.
Right.
I got this thing. I'm not worried about it."
Yeah.
And still make your way past it. Yeah.
Allegedly
You could allegedly be the herpes.
Because it's a simplex when it comes allegedly.
It could be HSV 1 or 2,
but definitely
one of them is a lot more fun than the other.
Like no one's passing a blunt to a person with a lip pimple.
That's right.
Not at all.
Happening. Not at all.
All right.
Because we gotta run the break, but when we come back, man, we gonna see you in 2 minutes with a photo shoot Friday and more. Say cheese.
Hey, it's your girl Carolina Sanchez, and the Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up. You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie. Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Greg, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Hey, besties!
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time!
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
Like it's a spiritual moment.
Chatting with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Welcome back. It's Friday, so it's time for Photo Shoot Friday. You know the vibes. All right, Shyneka,
Yes.
you're a side dish vet, so at this point you already know we rate and debate the best celeb photo shoots of the week.
All right, then. So, you know, I stay ready. Okay, let's kick this off with Journey Smollett. She is giving us all the smoke,
Wow.
Journey. Okay. I love this photo shoot. It's for Photo Book Magazine.
That's like the dress debate
Yes.
back then.
Oh, come on, girl.
I take that trip.
I do not see her brother lies in this. Usually when I see her, I think.
What'd you say?
I don't see her brother's lies.
Oh.
I see her as a beautiful being. I'm not even thinking about the Smollett.
And she's
name.
been talented her whole life.
Her whole life.
Yeah, okay,
Love it.
okay, all right. I'm gonna need you guys to focus here because we've got the Barbie bombshell herself, Margot Robbie. She's never taken a bad photo in her life. She's serving up cozy girl vibes on the August cover of Harper's Bazaar France.
Okay, Margot.
Like the red over the
I
green
love
tile
her.
there. What else do we got? Let's look at that. Okay.
I mean, it's like real homely. Like
Yeah.
it's given like 90s.
She's kind of chilling a little bit.
Like
those old Calvin.
Melrose Place.
Yeah.
You know you sexy when you still got clothes on and you still sexy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's doing it. Up next, we got Ozark star Julia Garner. We don't know no damn Marty Bird. Giving us Glenn Close vibes and gracing the July-August cover of Vanity Fair London.
I like this for her because I've always felt she's kind of had like a unique look
She has
with
a
her
unique
hair, how
beauty,
tight
yeah.
and curly it is for her, and I don't know, like she's fun.
I like her acting.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
When I look at her, I cannot not see Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
Dirty Pop.
given,
You know
gonna
what?
be my energy. Yeah.
You're right. You're onto something. All right. And last but not least, we have Hollywood heartthrob Damson Idris. Yes, who just might turn your snowfall into a waterfall, baby.
Wow.
Yes. Wait, hold on. No, wait. Okay.
Hey.
So this is
Shyneka, you okay? You all right there? Women's Wear magazine?
Women's Wear. WWD magazine. Now, it was something about the way that he just turned his head that looked.
That got you?
That was not.
You
Man.
gonna hit it again?
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Look. Wait for the turn. Wait.
Where is it?
Yeah.
It's coming. Hold on. No. After this. Yeah. It was that.
Oh.
That's.
That
was
part?
giving sass.
Yes.
No,
That was a
I
little
don't care
sassy, I
if you
thought.
were listening to Lena Horne. Don't do that. That took away from everything for me. No.
Oh, that killed it for you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, who had the best photo shoot this Friday?
Oh. Journey.
I do think Journey Smollett's photos were real good, yeah.
I'm gonna throw it out there, you know, for the culture. I'm gonna throw it out there for Margot Robbie because she was fully clothed almost and still
And
pulled
was
it
still
off.
gorgeous.
Still
Yeah.
And Journey Smollett already know what
Well,
it is.
Journey actually had on clothes too.
Yeah.
She did, but
She gave us a little hint there.
You
with
actually
that.
see
It's like-
all of Margot's legs.
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was a minimalist approach.
Yeah.
Okay.
All things considered, you know.
Yeah. all
Who'd you
things
go for?
considered.
Journey. I seconded you on
Okay,
Journey.
great.
Specific that second photo, the one on my left there.
I gave you DEI energy.
All right. Well, keeping that same Friday energy, you know we got some flick pics for you. And just as a disclaimer, these next two are a little bit on the scarier side. If the thriller/horror films aren't your thing, maybe just like peek through. All right. So soon-to-be dad Pete Davidson is back on the big screen in this psychological thriller called The Home, which drops today. Check out the trailer.
You saw how clean this place was coming in?
Yes, sir. Your job is to keep it that way.
Okay.
And no fourth floor, darling. Those patients need special care. Off limits to you.
These are good people.
They deserve comfort in their twilight years.
Here to get your garbage.
You know, you've got interesting eyes.
There's something very wrong with this place.
Okay.
Something terribly wrong.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no, I don't like this.
No.
No.
Nope.
No, old people, I hate to say it, old people are terrifying.
No.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna
Don't you
hurt you.
dare, Pete.
I hate scary movies.
They didn't show none of Pete's dialogue.
Yeah.
It was his
He
face.
just kind of walked around looking at things.
It felt like an SNL sketch.
Yeah.
Like I was waiting for the, okay.
All right. So let's go. Also, it looks like our lovable childhood character, Bambi, is looking for revenge. The grieving fawn is fully grown and looking for payback over the death of his mama.
Oh, shit. What? What in the world? Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
They missed an opportunity
Wait,
to call
what's
that
the
mommy,
name?
mommy dearest.
Mommy Dearest? Oh, that would have been good.
Yo.
That was a lot more
The
intense.
killer Bambi?
So there's a bunch of things went to become just like universal property. Like
Public domain.
Yeah, public domain.
Right.
So that's how you get the scary Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie movie, the scary Popeye.
Yeah.
So this is I'm gonna go see that.
I would go see it. I would go check it out. I think there was a scary Winnie the Pooh that came out.
Blood and Honey.
Blood and Honey. There it is.
And they made a sequel too.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Things are profitable.
On Bambi's mama.
Yeah. on Forrest Business. Got a bumper in the game.
20
mess
toes
them
down.
up.
Oh my God.
All right, cool. Well, while we recover from that, we're going to take a quick break. But after that, we got celebrity birthdays and so much more. We'll see you guys here in 2 minutes.
Hey, besties.
What is a bestie?
I like you.
Okay.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time.
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
Like it's a spiritual moment.
Chatting with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't it alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off
We are given the platform here with no fear.
always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up. You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Welcome back. All right, if you're celebrating her birthday today, you're in fabulous company. First up, she's the queen of reality TV drama, never afraid to speak her mind and holding back no punches. Basketball Wives' Jackie Christie is fierce and 56 today.
She already got her birthday licks.
Yeah. Oh.
And you know her as the principal with personality. From the Steve Harvey Show to The Game, she's been slaying sitcoms for years, bringing that unmatched energy. Wendy Raquel Robinson is 57.
All right.
You must have met her. She is a ball of energy. Oh
Really?
my gosh, yes. All right, now this next one is runway royalty and a timeless beauty personified. From CoverGirl to cosmetics mogul, she changed the game for black models around the world. Iman is glowing into 70 like a true icon.
Wow, she looks
yes.
stunning there.
Yes, girl.
And this man's got reigns for days. From 24 to Lucifer, he's got that quiet storm you never see coming, but we always remember. DB Woodside is commanding the screen at 56.
Oh, wow.
All right,
Okay.
who gets the cake?
Always saw him, never knew his name.
Yeah, that guy's one of those faces. I never knew his name either, but I saw the face. I was like, oh, yeah.
He did look like, if I squint a little bit, I would have thought it was Morris Chestnut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Morris Hazelnut.
Yeah.
Okay,
Who you
who
giving the
gets
cake
the
to?
cake?
I'm giving the cake to Iman. She's
All right.
everything personified. Really.
Iconic. I'm
70.
gonna bounce it over for Wendy Raquel Robinson, man. She's been on my TV screen most of my life.
Yeah, never hear anything bad about her. I might have to throw it to Iman as well. Wasn't she, I'm stepping out on a limb, I'm trying to remember.
David Bowie.
David Bowie, they were
Bowie,
married.
yeah.
They were married way back in the day, Her true
That was
love
her true love.
was
And
David
he passed
Bowie.
away.
Yeah.
He did,
Yeah.
several years ago.
And not before dropping one of the dopest albums
Dark
that
Star.
one could make.
Yeah.
Before you know you're on your way out of here. Like, that album hit different because
That's
you knew what it
good.
was when he was making it. And it just, man, it's haunting.
Well, he set
Hauntingly
her up
good.
forever.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to play everybody's favorite game, Whose Cousin Is It? We'll see you in 2.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off
We are given the platform here with no fear.
always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up. You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't it alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 10:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Welcome back. All right, it's time for everybody's favorite game, Whose Cousin Is It? Little and tall then small. I can't get the rhyme out of my head, HK. When you hit that one the other day, I was like,
The fact you came in on pocket.
You rhymed. Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Okay,
hey.
all right, here we go. A 27-year-old woman in Ohio really needs to get like Elsa and let it go.
Okay.
Her boyfriend broke up with her, so she pulled up on him at his job, not once, not twice, but 33 times in just 19 days.
That's crazy.
Back in November 2024, the former 4th grade teacher stalked her ex like the rent was due, and she was auditioning for an episode of Snapped. In addition to popping up at his house and job unannounced, she allegedly jacked 2 of his backpacks with his wallet and laptops inside, so she was hit with a menacing charge.
I feel like I know who this is. And when her ex realized she was one pop-up away from a Netflix true crime doc, he called the cops, and sure enough, the scorned woman and her stalking ways were caught on candid camera.
She eventually pled guilty to disorderly conduct, obstructing justice and possessing criminal tools, and was hit with detention. And we ain't talking the after-school kind. She's gonna spend 7 whole days in a slammer and 18 months on probation.
Criminal tools, interesting. Okay, let's recap real quick. This is a 27-year-old woman in Ohio, former 4th grade teacher. She got dumped by her boo, so she stalked him. She went to his job 33 times in 19 days unannounced. Got a menacing charge, stole his backpack, laptops, wallet, ex, pled guilty, 7 days in jail.
Who does this feel like to you?
We can say it.
What?
We know, right? I would think we're all in agreement.
Who?
Yo, the only
My
thing.
cousin.
Your cousin?
My Ohio cousin?
I know, but there's also Cleveland.
Okay.
Y'all don't have the whole map of Cleveland. It's balanced, and I don't know what part of Ohio this was. The only thing that like makes me think it could have been me or Shyneka's cousin was the consistency. Only a pissed off black woman who feels like she's being lied to will show up and check up on somebody 33 times in one day.
I'm gonna
Also, a
go
Dominican
with
would do that.
other. I kind of feel like maybe it's like an Asian or something.
Okay.
Okay. I don't feel like the black guy would have called the police.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I feel like the police.
You feel like a
wouldn't
white
have
guy
been
called the police.
Well, other. Because yeah, I think it's other. I don't think it's your cousin or our cousin.
My cousin would definitely call the police on his ex if she showed up a bunch. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Former 4th grade teacher, and that could be anybody.
That's it, really.
Yeah.
Right.
2 of my sisters teach.
Yeah, that could be anyone.
So yeah, I'm gonna stay on this side. I'm gonna say it's my cousin. So the room is divided.
Room is divided. This could go one of any number of
we
ways
all have a
here.
33 1/3% chance of being correct. But say y'all in the chat.
Let's do it. You ready to hit it?
Let's get it.
Move that van. Yes! That's right. Hannah Free. She loved that man. She loved him so much. She's not bad looking.
Look at her
You got
eyes look
options,
crazy
Hannah.
right now, though.
Hannah Bananas Freeman.
Yeah. Oh, Hannah, you had options.
Oh, Hannah.
Oh, man. And here's a clip of when she got caught stalking and how she reacted to the 7-day jail sentence. The sentence should have been the giveaway. Dadgummit it.
Hannah Freeman, are you supposed to be up here? You are? Were you in his vehicle earlier? Well, we got a complaint from him that you were in his vehicle tonight. You're harassing him and stalking him.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Did you take some items from him last night?
You don't got anything on you that's gonna stick folks, anything like that?
No.
I regret the incident. I definitely acted out of emotion.
She out there with a full beat.
Did she come back?
That I made that night.
I think she's in court.
I will take steps necessary to move on from this incident, and we will not see you back here again.
That's when the lawyer goes.
Why do we have music over this?
And credits rolling. Yo.
She might need to go and see a psychiatrist of some sort.
for sure.
She needs a straitjacket.
Also, that man knew how to
crazy.
put it down right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
33 times.
You want somebody to like you like that.
Yeah.
You want to do such good work.
The other thing, Mz
Shyneka.
Shyneka. Think about a woman who's willing to show 30. She's crazy, and you know what that means.
Right.
Oh, it's the best. A portal, if you will.
He had to leave her alone because she was so damn crazy.
Yeah, well, sometimes you can't handle the crazy, but you like the thing that comes along with the crazy.
It balances itself out. And then, like, that whole confrontation in the car, if that would have been one of us, they would have broke the window and punched her in the face.
Yo, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm sure you've seen the video.
Yep, sure have.
Anyway, so
crazy.
It's been an interesting day.
It has.
I'd just like to say on behalf of all of my cousins, don't do this stuff. What are you doing? You were a 4th grade teacher. What are we gonna do now, Hannah?
Damn, you get to go back to that?
I don't know, but you can see other men.
She had perfect attendance at that man's job.
Sure did. She's there
Probably
clocked in.
before him, yeah.
Your Honor, I was just gonna start his laptop up for him, so it was ready to go.
Make sure he had his lunch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mz Shyneka, if people want to tap in with you, man, where can they go?
Well, you can find me at Mz Shyneka on Instagram and Facebook. Holla at me.
And can they listen to the radio show on the internet?
Yes, they can listen by going to Streets 945. There's an app. And listen, weekday morning, 6 to 10 a.m., Streets Morning Takeover.
Get in on it.
What time everybody get there?
Well, we were actually on time this past week.
Oh, okay, all right.
But
It is. All right.
Mama Bear got everybody in line.
Yes.
Have a good weekend. This is the second half of your 48-hour Friday. We got some movies coming out this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Superman still doing good in the theaters.
Yeah, y'all be safe, and much love to everybody in the chat for showing up and blowing up. Hit
Thanks,
like,
guys.
subscribe, and share, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Scrolling with Jen and V, and we in the place to be, and you know what it is. We gonna bring some more reels, some more laughter, some more posts, some more funniness, some more silliness, all of that, okay? And we just switching it up.
That's
we switching
right.
it up tonight,
That's-
right, V?
that's what we do, baby,
That's what
all
we
the
do.
time.
Speaking of, V, what's the name of our bevy of the night?
The switcheroo.
Cheers, my love.
Cheers, boo.
Yes, and it's so good.
Yeah, it's
a
delicious.
little kick, a little spicy kick.
Spicy
It
kick.
look a little
for sure.
dirty. But when I say dirty good, I mean dirty good, baby. Little tahini in here. It's all on our social.
Y'all go check it out.
Yeah, y'all make it
Look,
at
y'all,
home.
G had a little attitude when we was doing the drink, so y'all gotta check out her spicy